Yo guys, it's Ozgun here. Welcome to the channel. Today I like to talk about how to write melodic techno melodies, and I'm gonna show you a formula that you can apply to melodic techno tracks, and also it's gonna be work on almost every genre. And if you're ready, let's get into the tutorial. So I quickly prepared this background loop, so let me first play it for you. So as you hear, it's just a groove with kick, bass, and several drums. If you want to check which samples I'm using, I'm going to put a link in the description so you can check it out by yourself. So let's talk about how to write drop melodies now. We will approach it like, again, a call and response, or you can call it question and answer. Again, it's going to be based on a conversation. So with this logic, we will be able to divide the full melody into two main parts, which is going to be A and B. So let's call it like that. But if we have A, B all the time in the full drop, it's gonna be boring. So we will just put some variations for A and both for the B. So it's gonna be like A1, B1, and then A2, B2. So don't be scared of this formula, it's pretty easy. So with this logic, we will need two different synths or two different sections of sounds and two different melody approaches. So currently my bass is in G, so I'm gonna make a track in G minor. When you start your melodies, most of the cases you can start with the root key. Let me get rid of delay reverb for now. You can start with the root key, or you can start with the third, or you can go with the fifth. All of them is gonna sound good when you first start your melody. So in this case, I'm choosing to start with the root key, and let's write something. Maybe I can start something like that. It's a good start. Let's give some variation. And maybe I can just do something like that. I can just go to the upper notes in the scale. So I can just use the bright keys and not the dark ones and just make a ladder to the top. And let me just copy the same rhythmic pattern. Okay, we do something like that. But in the end, this is too predictable. This is just happening, same rhythm, and yeah, after the third one, probably you know what is gonna be in the last part. Maybe in the ending we can just go back to the root key. Not bad. When I said we will make AB, AB, or A1, B1, A2, B2 in the formula, it was the big picture, right? But we can apply exact same formula to the first melody itself. So if you think like this first is gonna be A, so maybe this can be the B, this can be A, this can be B. So I can change the rhythmic pattern of the B. Maybe I can go triplet in this case. So as you see, we instantly just make a question, like a call melody, but this melody also contains the same AB formula inside of it. And currently, this is a very rememberable melody. By the way, the melody I'm using currently, I'm not making it up. This was one of the Chris Avantgarde tracks melody, or maybe something similar to it. So I'm just using it as an example, so because it's fitting best to the case, to the topic we are talking about. That's perfect. And the next part is gonna be the part we will write the B section of it. So our A section is done. Let's jump to the B section. For B section, I'm gonna need another synth, and I'm gonna need another preset. And this time I'm gonna just do some improvising in the B part. So let's listen the melody again. So we could start the B just in here because this is the B section. But if you don't wanna rush the conversation, you can always give a gap. It always works in the melodic techno. So maybe we can have a gap in here in the B section. And in the second part of the B section, we can introduce some response to the call from A. I think it can work. Maybe we can start the B section like this LFO synth, and we can have another one, something slightly different. Yeah, why not? So the B section contains two synths, and it's gonna be a gap in here. This is not a rule. This is just how I feel it, currently. You can have a melody instantly starts writing a response to the first call. That's totally okay too. And let's listen how the first section A1 and B1 sounds like. Now it's time to jump to the A2, which is gonna be like that in here. So we are calling it A2 instead of just A because it's gonna be slightly different than the A1 in the first part. We will just change a little bit, maybe melody, probably not the rhythm, because they should be identical, they should be so similar, but at the same time, they shouldn't sound like they just a copy-paste. So let's try to do that. Maybe this time we start somewhere else. So I did kind of opposite move this time. Again, I'm ending with the root. They are identical. The full rhythm is same, but this time I didn't start with the bottom to top. I start with the fifth and I just make a ladder down this time. The first one was up, the second one is down. So let's hear maybe in the context. That sounds nice. Let's try to move it one octave lower maybe. Oh, maybe this is better. So I just put everything one octave lower. So as you see, the possibilities are endless. So in the second part, I'm in the B2. So I will probably have the same thing after a gap. But maybe this time, okay, this time let's change it. This time, let's jump to start with the fifth, because in the melody we start with the fifth, so it's gonna make sense. The first melody, we start with the root, and the B, we start with the root. Second part, we start with the fifth, and let's start with the fifth again in the B section. In the end, I'm gonna end it with the root key. So that's kind of perfect. Now, all I'm thinking is just put something, some ear candy, I don't know, something to this gap in the B section's beginning. So let's clone this. My favorite step. And now all we need is repeat this melody in whole drop. This time, if you want to make the things more interesting, always go to the synth and preset you use and try to automate whatever you can, maybe in the second part, our melody can start in high filter and do some stuff like that. And also let's automate the filter for the synth B. So I'm kind of doing it very fast, very randomly, but I hope you got the point. So always when you write melodic techno melodies and also with other genres, things like that, you gotta need A and B sections. And to keep things more interesting, always think like that. You have the A1, B1, A2, B2. And it's not just like that. When you write the A section or the B section, you can always think like that. Those sections also can be divided to A, B, just like that. If you understand this logic, you can write fire melodies so easily. So that's the key to write rememberable, catchy melodies. That's how I approach the things. So guys, today I show you how to write the drop melodies. I hope you can apply these tricks to your own productions as well. See you on the next video. Bye bye.